everybody that is up in the club. Oh yeah, everybody in the club. Sounded weirder than I wanted it to. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy. Give me a second. Perfect. And what is that? Okay. Sorry. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, dude. Social media stuff, man. They be having me. I'm cooked. The way they be working me. The way they be working me. Bam. And then let me get over here onto the tip. Excuse me. Alright, everybody, yeah. Don't mind me. I have not eaten enough today at all. And I'm hopping on with y'all before work. I'm snacking. Alright. Yeah. Get on in here, everybody. If you're here, say a little something. Excuse me, everybody. Can I get a yurt? Yurt. There we go. Bust wide open. There we go. Man, everybody, look. I don't even know what we doing for real. Darn it. I'm not sure where my my AirPod case. I gotta find that. Gotta find my AirPod case. Alright, y'all gotta be patient with me. Catching up. I'm a little cooked up. I hope you guys have seen the videos I've been doing about AI. Grabbing my markers for if and when we write. Hold on. I got a bank and I got a bonk. Alright. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hannibal Callens. We are back at the Laforatory, the lab for the laughs. This is where we get it on and popping. I just like to yap and then also work on some stuff, even with some jokes, perhaps. I don't know if y'all been seeing, but I kind of went live a couple times, and I was been talking about AI because, long story short, there's like this viral version of the thong song that I started hearing on videos and reels, and then I found out that it was AI, and it broke my whole heart because I love the thong song and I love Cisco. What's happening, Laura? I see you. Laura out loud. Boop, 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 boop. Thanks for being here, even if it's just for a second. Just yapping about how I posted, like, those last 3 videos I posted were all discussing like AI, especially from the point of an artist, and I actually really enjoyed doing that. Now, spoilers, right? I was just telling you because you here. I ain't telling the streets, for real. But that first video wasn't even actually, I wasn't live. I just what's what I'm looking for? I oh, I just used my computer to record it the way that I shoot my lives because I liked it and the angle was nice. I was like, well, let's do this. Let me feel a little productive just for a wee bit, right? Just for a wee bit. And so that first video was like that, but that's just been on my mind because because you hear how I kind of run through it the quick version. Can you adjust the volume? Yes. In what way? Do I sound quiet? Thanks for actually saying that. I appreciate it because I'm trying to figure. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Video capture. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Ah! Hold up. You know what it is? Don't leave. My phone is too. Oh! Wait a minute now. Give me a second. Don't leave. Because I have an idea. Let's see. Yeah, Bert. Don't leave. Don't leave. Hello. Oh, okay. My readings indicate that this is better. Does this sound better? Does this sound better? Let me know because, and I actually want to look. This says, all right, at 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I just put my AirPod in and it looks like the AirPod is doing pretty good, maybe even too good. Oh, wait a minute. Because I see I'm popping into the red. Yay, 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 yay. Yeah, so now that I put it like this, it looks like I'm all in the green, in the yellow, but not touching the red. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a lot better. Mm. Okay. Normally I use my gaming headset when I'm gaming. And for some reason, I've been too scared to use my AirPods when I'm streaming. I'm worried that the mic, Bluetooth and whatever, I'm worried something will explode. But if they work that much better, this might be the meta. This might be the meta. Okay. And you know what the thing is too? Thank you for saying something because I'm doing this all alone. I'd have no way of knowing that. So I can't put into words how much I appreciate you pointing that out. It helps out a huge bit, a huge bit. Now I'm thinking, ooh, yeah, because even when I'm popping, I'm not, I'm like tapping the red but not going into it. So AirPods might be the move. Also, I see you're watching on Instagram. If anyone's watching anywhere else, let me know how I look because I work real hard trying to get it all framed up, so I don't gotta play. Ooh, like right now I got it pretty good. I'm like I should be right in the middle on my Instagram, and then like itty bitty to the right, or on my YouTube and Twitch. But to me, I mean, Instagram's where people are actually watching me from. So I'm like, okay, if any one of these should be the perfect one, it should be that one. Oh, how can I? Okay, I can't do none of that. Anyway, can I? I do Ruth's or whatever. Cool. So anyway, get back to it. Pull this out. Yeah. Hop up at a beat. Got that. Oh man, hold on. Go back. Sorry, I accidentally. Let me get back to it. No, that's me watching me doing hair, but I'm listening. Okay, great. Let me know if it ends because I accidentally went back and now I don't know if my live is still active. Ah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. They let me get back in. Doing hair. All right. Cool. I need to get my hair done. Shoot. I actually really need to I need to so I went to go see somebody a few months ago. They said what I need to do so my hair will start growing again. I need to trim all my dead ends. And I just have not found the time.
to just sit down and schedule getting that done. So that's what I'm trying. I need to do that because I'm being bad. Lord, I'm being so bad. I know I'm supposed to twist it up every night before I go to bed. I barely ever do. And then I know I shouldn't be out. I know I shouldn't just be having an afro out just cause, but I be doing that. And what I want to do is I want to learn how to do a real easy hairstyle that doesn't take too long and looks good enough that I can wear it to work. Like, I don't know how to do them, but like if I could do maybe like four big braids that would look good enough that I could wear it at work, um, that would be so the move. That would be a move and a half. I got a couple of curriculums because I've been losing my voice. I got so many comedy shows, and I'm doing so many game shows at work. Oh, they're wearing your boy to pieces. They tearing your boy to pieces. If y'all want one, let me know. You can buy them yourself. Oh, got them. All right. Also, thanks for your patience. I know I'm a little, it's gonna be weird. I'm kind of warming up, heating up, right? So let me get back to it. Now, I think the next time I stream, I'm gonna try to play another game. There's a couple of games I want to buy. There's a couple of games I actually want to buy. I don't like turn-based games, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about Claire, Expedition 33. I even had a buddy recommend it months ago, and it just got Game of the Year. So I'm like, oh man, maybe I should sweep that up. Maybe I should scoop that up. But there's also a couple games I want just cause. I should get the Star Wars Jedi Survivor because the first one I really liked, and I heard the second one was really good. Um, and I was goofy. I was goofy too because I remember I got sick with COVID a couple years ago, and I was like, "Well, what am I going to do? Let me play a game." And I think I was streaming. I was either streaming or I started. No, at that time I was recording my gameplay so I could edit it, make videos later. Never did. I got this game that was terrible. I did not like. It was so lame. And then after I paid $60 for that, I remember Jedi Survivor. I want to get that. There's Warhammer #2, Warhammer 40K 2. That one when I keep seeing gameplay clips. I'm like, this looks incredible, but I just never got it. And then Black Myth Wukong. Those are like three games I want to scoop up. But there's another game coming out, but it's been getting delayed a bunch. Who knows if it's even going to come out at all? Called Crimson Desert. I wanted to get that because it looks a lot like another game that I really like. I'm sorry, hold on, don't leave. Don't leave. We're going to talk about stuff. I'm just kind of yapping, trying to see, let some people get in here if they want to. Yeah, I'm just yapping. All right, let me lock in. We're in. Okay. So like I was saying, recently I've been really thinking a lot about AI. Okay, and sorry, I'm trying to play my angles, figure out where I can play. All right, my face is off screen. I can go about this far, and my face be fully on screen. Okay. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about AI, especially sorry, I think somebody dropped some dishes. It didn't sound like anything broke. So I've been having AI on my mind a lot recently because this AI version of the thong song came out, and if you all look at my last three videos were on this topic, just because it's interesting to me. But it's interesting to me because the thong song is a uniquely potent, like example of like the problems with AI or like the issues with it, because with other art, like with a Kendrick Lamar song, it has multiple layers of like value. One, you got the beat. Two, you got the you've got um like the words, and then you also have, which is part of the words, you have like the deeper message in them. Plus, Kendrick writes all his songs, and there's all these like intricate pieces to them. But the thong song specifically, the whole joke to me, and I said this, I said this in my video, but to me, the whole joke with the thong song and the reason why it's relevant, right? The value of that song specifically is like how much passion is put into it, even though it's something really silly. And to me, I think that that's like what makes the thong song uniquely important, because it, like, when you listen to this AI version of the thong song, which is really gospel, like the whole bit and the way they write it, it's a gospel version of the thong song. It's like, well, the whole point of the thong song specifically is to be oversung. So this AI is literally stealing the joke bar for bar, band for band. And in other cases, there's some other stuff that can maybe distract or kind of muddy the waters of that, right? Oh, well, this song is also deep because of the wording, but that song is literally fun. And it's fun. And I don't know if you know Cisco. If you do holler at, I want to just ask him what he thinks, because to me, that's the whole thing. The whole point of the thong song is that it is oversung. So much passion and choreography and like talent put into a chorus about something ridiculous that doesn't even make sense in the context of the music video. Um, I want to post more stand-up comedy clips, which is also the other reason we're here, because I really do want to try to work on some jokes before I have to get ready for work. But um, I just said that because I also, even in those clips, I cut around it because I want to make it a different thing. Another little minute that I'm probably going to post from those videos I already showed. I'll post it on my Instagram. They should be everywhere. Also, follow me on TikTok and YouTube. I like TikTok. I want to go live on TikTok, but TikTok has been weird to me. They won't let me go live. I even forgot. I have a button for it, but TikTok hasn't worked for me in a long time. Oh, did somebody like it? Thank you, somebody. I saw a heart pop up for a second. I don't know if anyone's on TikTok. Uh-oh, Dream into his house. What's up, Dream? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. I'm being loud. We're going to move YouTube over. We're going to move this one over. You couldn't get into... Oh, honestly, you've missed so little. You have missed so little. I was literally just catching people up. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I just deleted it. Hold on. Is that what I just deleted? Okay. Sorry, give me a second, everybody. Don't leave. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Don't leave. Okay. I clicked the live button. Part two. Part three. Okay. Sorry. I'm looking at my TikTok to see if I was live, but it does not appear to be so. I gotta refigure out how to get my TikTok live going, but it don't be working. I can't figure out why. IG not being good to me. but I was on YouTube. Okay, great. Nice. Not the, hey, techno, woo woo. Perfect. Gonna unclick that. I'm just wasting RAM. Alrighty. Y'all getting here at the perfect time. I was just catching everybody up. If you haven't seen my past two videos on my page, I've been talking about AI and like kind of like my perspective on it as like an artist. And to me, my past three videos, go check them out. Please, 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 please check them out. When people view them and the likes go up, it makes me feel good. I feel so silly when they don't. I try so hard on these, so I really appreciate when y'all watch them. Yeah, I appreciate them. I appreciate y'all. Period. Period. Anyway, I think it's really interesting the kind of the dichotomy between artists and the customers. Like, and I think that's what makes AI such a difficult discussion because the people that AI hurts aren't the consumers, it's the producers. And the consumers kind of just want what they want, and they're gonna just want what they want, you know? So they're not gonna, especially the casual consumer, is really gonna be like, all right, bye, love you. The casual consumer is kind of gonna, is like is gonna be disconnected from the from the problem. You know, they're like, well, look, man, I'm getting what I want faster. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand why that's wrong. And one thing I think, and maybe as far as like somewhat with politics, not a crazy amount with politics, but just a little with politics. One of the things that I think sucks that it went away is people admitting that they don't know what they're talking about. You know, people like, admitting that they don't know what they're talking about and that they're not educated on a particular subject. Why is that important? Because what happens when people who don't know what they're talking about put their 2 cents in, it confuses everybody else, right? And that's been happening bad. Hot take, and I tried talking to my fiance about this, but and this is gonna make me sound crazy. You got to stick with me. Back in the day, years ago, Joe Rogan had a podcast episode where he had Candace Owens on. They talked about a bunch of stuff, but he really gave her a lot of attitude because they were talking about the issue of climate change. And she said she didn't. She's like, I don't know. He pretty much got her to admit because they were talking, but he asked her. She said, I don't know anything about climate change. But here's what. And he was like, well, what are you doing? If you don't know what you're talking about, then don't like have a big public opinion on it because what's happening, they were discussing how that's messing everything up. And the problem there, right, is that with Candace Owens and other political people, especially with political people, they have a dog in the race one way or the other. So she has a vested interest in pushing the conversation a certain way, even if she don't know what she's talking about. And so I bring that up. It also sucked too because I tried to bring that up once. This is years ago. I sound silly, right? But I was there's a dude on Instagram who I really like. I think his page might be Dr. Knock, NOC, but he does a lot of videos talking about science and medicine, and does a lot of videos, talking about the impact of what RFK is doing. As a person that is a scientist and works on that stuff, and I just thought it was really interesting because it's a thing where like I totally lost my train of thought, but now I'm going to act like I didn't. Um, there's a thing. Oh, on one of his videos, something about climate change came up, and I left a comment about that conversation Joe Rogan had with Candace Owens, and I kind of got chewed. People kind of chewed me up in the comments, and I was like, but it happened. And it was one of them things where because it was Joe Rogan, because it was about Candace, people didn't listen to what was being said. Now, relating that to comedy, yeah. I just saw what you said, Dream. Yeah, it spreads misinformation, and the issue is that there are people who benefit from the misinformation, or more accurately, they benefit from how people operate from a place of misinformation. Um, so you kind of you got to be real skeptical of what people are saying and doing, depending on where they fit into the grand scheme. As a Republican commentator, as a Republican celebrity, as a right wing celebrity, it is against, and just as one example, Candace, right? It is against her best interests to not only speak out against the like Republican opinion on climate change. It's against her best interest to do that, and it's against her best interest to not actively take a side on the big issues. Right? She has to be anti-climate change, even if she knows that she doesn't know enough for it to go for her opinion to be taken. See, like, 'cause one thing I wish, like I was just said earlier, it's like, man, I miss the days when people could just say, "Hey, man, look, I don't know about this. Let's talk to somebody who does. I don't really know about this." Right? But now everybody has to have an opinion on everything, especially because not having an opinion on something is and can be sold as having an opinion on it. Right? Like if you don't have an opinion on racism, now for the record, I think that's a great example of when that makes sense. You ain't nobody should be cool with that. Everybody should have beef, and we should all be working on, getting rid of that. But especially for celebrities, and this is the big thing I can't stand, dude. Celebrities always have a bag involved. They've always got a bag involved. So you have to be so critical of the moves they make because they have a bag involved. We got a big message in here. If you're going to speak on something, act like you know what you do and what you're saying. At least research the subject you're talking about. Otherwise, you just look like an idiot. And back in the day, looking like an idiot wouldn't be acceptable. You'd get treated like one. People wouldn't listen to you. But now, not only does everybody listen to everybody, but everybody has potential. Like, it is fiscally advantageous. I'm using those words so I sound smart. But it's fiscally advantageous for somebody to have a hot take. Because no one's going to buy a tame take. It just doesn't, it's not dramatic. No one's going to care if you have a reasonable take. That's even why some people who have reasonable takes will say it in an unreasonable, dramatic way, right? And I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but it's a thing. It's a thing where people benefit off of getting online and saying wild stuff. And so you even got to take the, anyway, dang it. I'm starting to get a pain in here. I don't know why. Now, here's what I am going to say. Because I got to stop around maybe 4, well, it's 4 right now. 4:15, because I want to leave the house. I want to get to work at 4:30. I got to clock in at 5. My job's not too far. So if I leave at 4:15, right? If I leave at 4:15, yeah, I'll get there at 4:30. I want to get there about 4:45, which means I leave at 4:30. Trying to think. Okay. And I will say this too. I just appreciate anybody coming in that does. I got 4 people watching. I've seen a couple of politicians who are truly say something like that. There's all the absolute nothing. There's all the absolutely nothing wrong. And you're saying, hey, I don't feel comfortable speaking on this because I have yet to have the time to do the proper amount of research to respond. Yeah. And you know what? I completely agree with you. The thing, like I said, the thing that sucks is that everybody has a bag to get. And we don't realize that either. It does kind of suck. Similar to how, like a lot of corporations potentially can make a lot of money by, I want to find a direct example, right? But it's like similar to how a lot of corporations make decisions that are hurting the consumers so they can make money for their shareholders. Celebrities have something similar where as a celebrity, your wealth is tied to attention. And so it becomes strategically advantageous to say or do things that will aggravate people and get you into, the public zeitgeist and people talking about you. So when it comes to real topics, it's in a celebrity's strategic interest to not only have a dangerous take, but to also go all in on it, because they want to get talked about. Give me a call on your way to work. I miss you and want to talk to you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I didn't read who that was first. So I was like, who the heck is this? Fed? Nice try, Fed. Ha! You almost had me, but not this time. I was too quick for your pig ass. No, my buddy, big buddy Josh. Josh, I will. Let me check my work schedule. I'll probably call you tomorrow because I think I'm going to end up rushing to work because I still got to eat something and I got to figure out why I'm getting this pain. I don't know why I'm getting that pain right before work. Anyway, here's what I did want to say, and I'm going to try to say this for the clip because I want to clip this later. This is the thing I wanted to say. I got actually things. There's two things left that I want to say about AI as a topic. Okay. One of them is that, AI as a technology literally doesn't need to take anybody's jobs. It doesn't need to take anyone's jobs or ruin any industries. But the problem is it's going to because of the people that are making it. Like the big thing, and this is one thing I feel about capitalism. And Josh, I know you a big fan of that stuff, so I'm curious at what you think. But I've come to realize that the way capitalism wants slavery, and the only reason capitalism broke up with slavery is because everybody else told her to do it. Everybody else was like, "Hey man, slavery is this, slavery is that. You got to break up with slavery." Um, and so what you'll see if you look at what capitalism does in this like metaphor, right? Like capitalism. If follow the analogy here, right? It's like capitalism it's like capitalism is a young lady and she broke up with slavery, but it's because everybody else made her do it. Absolutely. So with that analogy, I said that so I can clip it to the front later, just in case that's not gonna make sense. But the thing with it is because of that, when you look at all the other things capitalism does, all the other people that capitalism ends up dating, they got the same height, same weight, same haircut, same clothes, right? Because the truth is, capitalism actually just wants to be with slavery, but no, but can't. It isn't allowed to do that, so it tries to get as close as it can. That's why all the jobs left, right? They've been talking about and they've been doing the tariffs, to save the American economy and blah, blah, blah. But the economy those jobs didn't disappear because of prices. Those jobs left because the companies wanted to get closer to slave labor. They wanted to get their products without having to pay the people that make them a livable wage. And since they couldn't do it here, because the people here and in the country's systems, we got demands, right? You have to, because we got minimum wage, they took the factories, they took the manufacturing to places that do not protect their people. So they took it to a place where they could get closer to slavery. And that's the thing. It's like the reason why AI is such a big problem and why it's going to be a big problem is because it's slavery. It's the closest thing that people have got to slavery. It's the closest thing that we've got. It's the closest thing that they've got to slavery. It can produce all this product, which is not good. It isn't good stuff. The stuff AI makes isn't good, but they don't care. It makes stuff, right? It makes stuff and they want money. They don't even care about the stuff. They just want money. And because of that, that's why. And to me, I realized it a little recently, that's partly why people are investing in AI and they're pushing for AI, even though the way that it's looking, the potential impact it has on destroying humans as a whole, right? I'm being hyperbolic, but still, like the potential damage that it can and could do to us is so flagrant, it's so clear and so bad, but they're still pushing for it 100%. And one of the reasons is because it's slavery, right? Dude, this is, if we can make this work, it will be the perfect uh income. It'll be the perfect producer because you don't have to pay it. Yeah, you got to pay for the data centers, but we're gonna get all the homeowners. We're gonna get all the American people to pay for that through their energy bills, right? We're gonna make everybody else pay for the data centers. And to me, and it's funny when I thought about that connection between like AI and slavery, how AI is, it's just robot slavery. It also made me realize that, well, yeah, like I just said, that's why they're pushing for it, even if it means they destroy the earth, even if it means the irreparable damage they would do to humans, right? We've already seen AI exacerbate mental health issues. We've already seen it drastically damage people's ability to think for themselves and write for themselves, which people, this is what freaks me out about it. The crazy thing about using AI for your own thoughts means now someone is getting paid a subscription fee for stuff you were doing in here. Now someone's getting a subscription fee. Now you're paying somebody for something you used to do for free. And you know, I know Orlando Brown, people post those clips of him. You're making me pay for grapes, for apples. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. That clip, but it's the same thing. And I think what's happening with a lot of companies, a lot of industries, is that like they don't even want to create the product that they sell. They just want your money. I think they're even angry that they have to make something. They're pissed that you want something. Really, they want you to just give them their money for it, like for them. They just want you to give them their money. They just want you to give them your money. And I think that's also why people, when subscription fees are so hot right now, it's because that's pretty much what you're doing. When you're paying a subscription fee for like Netflix, you're paying to have it, even if you're not using it. You're paying to use it just cause. Now you're paying Netflix kind of in a weird way just for existing. Like the fact, like I go to work. If I go to work for 8 hours a day, I'm not using Netflix, but I'm paying for it that whole time. That's what they want. They want your money. And because they want your money, again, I think that's why subscription fees are so hot. You know, because companies don't, they just want your money and they want your money for no reason. And they want to get as close to having your money for no reason as possible. But the big thing about AI and why AI is going to be really difficult to curtail or to stop, even if it could be stopped, one of the biggest problems is that it's slavery. And because it's slavery, people that are driven by that kind of stuff, like by capitalism, by capitalism in particular ways, it's literally like, dude, what? I'm not letting this go. This could literally be like creating, I can't think of a good example, something that would be horrifically dangerous, like nuclear power in your air fryer. And it's like, hey man, that's going to be really dangerous. A lot of people are going to get really sick. And it's like, yeah, but if I can make the world's first nuclear uh, air fryer that can literally cook your food in half a second, everyone's going to buy them and I'll be rich. And I don't care about the impact this will have on people because my bag will be secure. Now, I think this is the last thing I'll say because this was the other point that I really wanted to make on this, and we'll probably dig into it. We'll dig into it a little bit more. I'm gonna try to go live again sooner. Um, I tried to go live earlier today, but I goofed off and got carried away. Now I got to go to work. But okay, I'll say this, and then we might play with it later. Well, because I really want to dig into this next time. I think that the secret to saving, not just like, remember, and it's funny, I said this at the beginning. It's in, what happened to people saying that they don't know what they're talking about? I'm going to say that right now. I am not an expert. I don't know what I'm talking about capitalism. I don't know what I'm talking about with like the financial systems and stuff like that. However, I am an artist that produces quality product, and I pride myself on quality product. Because of that, and you know, I'm also a person that buys products. I think that the secret to saving at least uh, our financial system is the craftsman, the craftsman, the people who are passionate about the quality of what they make. And that money, and because for those people, money is a reward for the quality of what they do. It is not the goal. It is a reward for achieving the goal. Because of that, and this, I'll give y'all the spark notes right now, and I want to try to yap about it more later. A craftsman is personally motivated to do a good job, which then means that the customer gets a better product. And because of that, it can create a positive like feedback loop where everybody keeps winning. Now, let's see what we got people saying in the chat. Let's see, because we got, but I actually really appreciate you guys coming in here too. It's been a while since I've had this many people actually jump in here. I know one of them's me, but I have four people. This is like really big, and I'm mad that of course this happens when on one of the days I gotta go to work, and of course, and it's my fault. I'm always going live dumb late. It'd be 7 o'clock here, and it'd be 4 in the morning back home. So it's like, what am I doing? You know, that's why I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't mad at nobody, but I ain't mad at nobody but me. Let's see what we got in the chat before we go. Here we go. Yeah, give me a call on your way to work. Yeah, we live in a soundbite generation of media. Absolutely. You will own nothing and be happy. It's funny, dude. I was hearing that for years, and I know a lot of people have said that for a super long time. It is actually really creepy how true that is. And this is the thing that makes me the most sad about that stuff. And this is something I want people to take away, and I want to get into later. And I might even say, jot this down somewhere so I remember. The destruction of the world, the destruction of human society, the destruction of human society, unless it is a natural disaster, I've come to realize that the destruction of human society will not be destined, it will be designed. Like there's absolutely, and this is kind of the thing with AI. AI, for example, has potential to do a lot of bad to people. It doesn't have to. It literally doesn't have to. It's not destined that the AI we create is going to turn into the Terminator and kill us all. It literally isn't. It's designed. It is as simple as it isn't easy, but it is simple. And there's a content creator who talks about fitness that says that line, boy, if I was ever gonna get a tramp stamp, I think it would be that. It isn't easy, but it is simple. Terrible place to put that though. Now that I think about that out loud, wow, a tramp stamp that says it isn't easy, but it is simple. Don't overcomplicate it right above your butt crack. Okay. Um, It's by design. The destruction of human society will not be destined. It will be designed. It will be something that people chose, not us, not we the people. It will be something that people chose and chose to commit to the whole way through it, right? And then they're going to look and go, oh my God, how did this happen? It's like, no, this has nothing to do with, oh, humans naturally want greed. Humans naturally want war. Humans naturally want blah, blah, blah. No, no. People chose this and they walked it out. The people chose this and they walked it out, and it never needed to be this way. Yo, a lot of the problems with our country right now don't have to be this way. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, right? I'm not an expert on this topic. I'm just yapping from the position that I'm in, you know? But I feel like, and from my limited knowledge, I look at the way things are and I go, this stuff doesn't have to be this way at all. It literally doesn't. And there's no real reason that this stuff has to be this way, right? Um, let's see. Let's keep going through the chat. I liked that. I liked that. Somebody said something. Um, let's see. We've got nothing wrong with saying you don't know what you're talking about. I've seen a couple politicians who are truthful say something like that. Hey, all hail Zoran Mamdani. The whole time we went to Orlando for my fiance's birthday. Um, Man, dude, I was talking about, I love this. I talk about Zoran like he Paul Atreides. I'd be like, dude, look, I'd be talking like I live in New York. I'd be like, yeah, shoot, now, now with Zoran in the office, we living in a new America now. I actually wanted to. I don't know how to do this stuff on the computer. And if somebody knows how to, please tell me. I wanted to make a bunch of skits, putting like Zoran Mamdani when he was running for mayor, or like when he won with like the music and stuff from Dune. It's like Lisa Al Gaib. But then I realized with him being Muslim, that was not gonna help him. That was only gonna hurt him. And so out of respect for Big Bro, all right, out of respect for Big Bro, I say, you know what, Zora, I'm gonna keep that in the safe. I'm gonna keep that in the safe for you. That's how I helped. I helped Zoran win the mayor because I shut my mouth. I had Zoran win mayor of New York because I knew how to shut my mouth. I'm sorry. That's funny. That's funny. And that would kill if I said it like 6 weeks ago. Oh, that would have been on fire if I said that 10 weeks ago. I'm gonna have to wrap in a little bit. Let's go through the rest of the chat. Let's go through. Let's see what else we got up in here. Up in here. You'll give me a call on the way to work. I think I think they are trying to put us against each other, man against woman, black against white. So we're not standing against the elites. I saw a clip from over a decade ago. Does that click and get bigger? No. A Wall Street banker during the Occupy Wall Street movement was asked if the common people have power. He said yes, as long as they can organize themselves. They have immense power. Then he was asked if they can organize themselves, and he smirked knowingly and just said, yeah, I think they do, and walked off. Oh, they asked, do they have power? He said, yes. Pause. So telling to me. Absolutely. I agree with you. Thanks. Well said. It's six now. Socialism only works in closed, small, homogeneous. Capitalism only works in societies that are highly independent and morally grounded. I know what I'm talking about. Maybe there's a better place for that, like literally anywhere else. Promise the problem. We really have moral bankruptcy of society and our leaders and ourselves. I do. We love him too. You'd be surprised how many politicians don't know how to do that. You know what? This is something I've been wanting to say too, but I'm a little shook. I don't know. I'm not even that shook. Keeping it a buck and a bean with y'all. The problem with capitalism is the exact same as the problem with communism. It's corruption. It's corruption. Like all these systems boil down to it's corruption. People are like, oh, well, capitalism has pulled so many people out of poverty. Yeah. And that's absolutely no excuse. Like, that's absolutely no justification for us to allow the rampant uh to allow the rampant uh like corruption that goes on. But even then, I didn't even mean to word that way. It's like, yeah, and it would be even better if we developed a system that didn't just allow people to utilize the corruption in it. And I, again, as someone who's not an expert, I feel like and we're not because and here's the thing too. This is what I'll say, and let's try to remember these little points because I would like to go a little hammer on them next time. But we're talking fictitious fantasy. I find it hard to believe that who's calling me? Oh, it's Amanda. I find it hard to believe that a communist system that was built to um to like snuff out the corruption within it as it happens. I find it hard to believe that a corruptionless communism would be worse than a corruption-full capitalism. Like you do you know what I mean? Also, hold on, let me know because that phone call came through. I don't know if it messed up my live at all. Let me know if it knocked me off real quick. Oh, AirPod dying. Hold on. Hey. Okay. But yeah, I find it hard to believe that that a that a capitalism with corruption would be better than communism without corruption, which then to me kind of makes the whole issue of which system is better irrelevant if we're not going to deal with the misuse of power. That's what I hear, right? I don't remember a lot from what I learned about like, the Soviet Union and communism, but I look back and I go, sounds like it was a bunch of rich dudes misusing the power that they had. And it sounds like it didn't really have much to do with the system itself, right? I look at the way capitalism sounds and it's like, well, yeah, the harder you work and the more value you provide, the more that you get. Well, yeah, you want to have a system that incentivizes you to go above and beyond. But it sounds like the problem with it ain't it. It sounds like it's the fact that you got people that are corrupt and they're cheating and stealing. Like, there's people that are cheating and stealing. It's got so much more to do with the fact that people are cheating and stealing than that the system itself is good or bad. And so you'd have to, which again is difficult. I'm not acting like it's easy, but you would have to, like, we would have to build a culture that is actively updating itself to peep where and when the corruption is coming from. To go, oh, wait a minute, this guy is trying to do something, stop him. This person is, and we're not going to go there. Lord, we're not going to go there. Oh, yeah, every system you'd be spreading. Okay. Oh yeah, every system that there's out there could work if you take stupidity encryption out of the mix. Also, I was talking about the tattoo placement, not what Josh said. About what? About what? Maybe there's a better place for that. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, maybe there's a better place for that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's probably a better place for that. You good. Oh, all right, Junior. It's okay. Hannibal, I think corruption stems from moral bankruptcy, and no society can stand on shaky foundation. Dude, you're absolutely right. I think, and this is where I have to dismount. I think one of the things too you'll find is that a lot of that moral bankruptcy is based off uh, what simply could be boiled down to just being lies. That's why a lot of it doesn't hold up. That's why a lot of these worldviews people have on people don't make sense if you kind of like tug on them or play like, oh, these people are lazy, but they're stealing the jobs. Huh? They're lazy, but they're lazy, but they're willing to do your job for less. Wait a minute. I think you're getting played. You see what I mean? Somebody has got somebody in a genjutsu, and it's not the people who you think's in the genjutsu. I feel bad whenever I use that reference because I don't watch Naruto. I think genjutsu is when you put somebody under mind control and you make them think like one thing happened, but it's Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. This was so much better than I thought. We yapped a little bit about comedy. I relate everything back to comedy eventually, but we yapped a little bit about AI. We yapped about government systems, economic systems. That was fun, huh? That was fun. And we probably got me on a list somewhere, so that's cool, huh? But yeah, thanks, guys. I'm going to go get ready to work because, as predicted, I have managed to take too long doing this. Now I got to call my fiance back and get to work. Love y'all. Keep an eye on my pages. I'll let you know. Oh, I got a show tomorrow. I got a show tomorrow at Mike Drop downtown Chandler here in Phoenix. I know y'all can't come unless you catch a flight, and I would not recommend catching a flight all the way out here for that. Oh, did my live end? Hold on, did my live end? Okay, thanks, bro. Hope to talk to you soon. Okay, good. My live still seems active. It's just not letting me get on it on my backup page. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, there we go. I'm back. All right. Peace. I gotta make sure this is kind of caught up. Oh, whatever. Now, let me end the live. Or maybe let's see. I'm gonna end the live over here. All right. Let me know if it ends when I want it to end, which is gonna be right when I go peace. Because I'm gonna hit a button here and I just don't know. So y'all just shoot me a text. I don't know when. Okay, because I don't know how far behind my Instagram is. Oh yeah, my Instagram is pretty far behind. Dang it, I ain't got time for this. Look, if you can hear me, um, shoot me a text if my live ends out of nowhere or if it ends when I want it to, because I'm curious to know what happens once I stop it on my over here. If for the viewers it kind of runs all the way out till it ends and then it ends there, or if it just stops abruptly because where I am recording it from and what you guys are seeing is delayed. I'm curious if I stop it, it stops in the middle of something. So, all right, love y'all. Peace.